Good morning. Well, good evening, being that it is 1:15 today, Eastern Time. I'm about to make some chili beans. I actually be making them using deluxe beans. I meant to have them already open because it would be time consuming trying to open them. So I'm going to use Welcome to Gigi's Threefold Harvest. It's been a while, hasn't it? But thank you guys for joining. And meanwhile, I will be making, again, chili beans. I've got pre-measured beef. I probably got almost a pound of it here. I'm going to go ahead and brown the beef. I'll be using 3 cans of Lux beans, pinto beans, a can of tomatoes, any brand. You don't have to use Lux. Any brand you want to use. Tomatoes, onions, green pepper that I've already chopped up. And well, I think this is good for mashing meat, mashing the hamburgers down. This is a little tool I just bought, said it was for mashed potatoes. This is not normally what I use, but I can see that it's very good for mashing up beef, sausage, and all that. And so this little tool here is supposed to cut it up for me. And it's doing the job. It's cutting the patties up. The other tool that I was just using was just mashing it. Um, I've got everything ready. I just noticed that I didn't open my beans. I'll put a little bit of black pepper in here. I'll pull you a little closer in a little bit so you can see what the food looks like. Put a little bit of garlic salt in here. I have garlic salt, just a little bit of garlic salt. You can see. A little bit of that on the meat. And I'm going to use a little bit of this seasoning packet. Just Walmart. It says taco seasoning, but it seasons. I found out the taco seasons chili beans really well. You got a lot of seasoning already in here, uh, like onion powder, spices, garlic powder, that sort of same thing that I would put in here myself. Keep using so many different seasonings. I'm not going to use the entire packet. Just use a little bit. Good evening. Thank you. Good evening. It's been a while since I've been on, but I'm actually making chili, homemade chili. And I see my little stand don't want to follow me around like it's supposed to. Okay, turn this up a little bit. The only thing I'm doing now is browning the beef. Should have already opened the cans because I usually have a time opening the cans. The pinto beans, just Lux pinto beans. You can cook your pinto beans and use them fresh. Yes. Hi guys. I'm doing fine. No, it's standing on the stand, Cynthia, and this stand is just not standing still. That's what's making it look like it's moving. And now I'm moving it. It's pretty sturdy, so and it's on an even floor, but I don't know why it's moving around, but I can tell that it's moving around. But I won't have you guys on here long. These little cheap can openers. It make you think it's gonna open the darn can and then it won't open it. I may as well use my hand can opener to use it to open it. But here's my my beef. It's chopped up. This little $1.25 tube that I got from the Dollar General actually chopped the meat up pretty good. So the quicker I throw that this can opener away, the better. And then it looks like these little cheap ones, and this is definitely something I intended to already have done before I went live, because it is a problem. And it has been a problem for a while. You just in time to open these cans. This thing won't open up. You think you can open them? Yeah, I mean, I know you don't want to get on the camera, but nobody pay you any attention, right, guys? Yeah, it's moving by itself. This, I tried to use this, it won't open it. I mean, that thing, we might as well just throw that out in the trash. That liquor one. It started like it was going to open it. And I meant to open it before I turn that camera on. These can openers are not worth 10 cents. Yeah, I got one almost open. What's the best can opener that I can get, guys? Electric. Hi, Xavier. And at Grigio 108. Yeah, I'm making some chili beans. And yes, this camera is moving on its own. I guess the stand is not stable when it turns to try to follow me around. That's when it moves. It's supposed to follow me, but the stand don't supposed to move. Won't open it all up. Let me find another can open. You got it. You see what it looks like? That's the beef. Or the chili. Yeah, all of it. I got to stick like that. One of them put some sauce in there, but I don't think I'm going to mix sauce. I didn't ever did. That's all we got left. We got more. So I just showed you the beef. I'm about to strain the grease off of it. You gotta move. Okay, and here's my onions and my green peppers that I'm gonna just let cook just a little bit. Being that the beef is already done, it really should have been already cooked. That's what we gotta find a can opener that works. That's crazy. And the thing, it actually, that electric one, you would think that it would work. I wonder what it is. I mean, because you hear it running, you hear it running. I don't know. Okay, so the big part is done, and I'll show it to you guys. Like I said, if it's shaking, I guess because when it tries to turn, and see how it just wouldn't even turn around here on me this time. I usually use the little short one, the little short tripod, and it's pretty stable because it don't have the, it don't stand all the way down to the floor. And this one is a floor stand, a floor tripod. So I know you can see it shaking, but I'm just about done. I guess I can just fix it where it won't move around. Okay, so I normally would put my peppers and onion in a little bit, just a little bit before just a little bit before the meat will get done. But I didn't. But it'll be okay. Okay, and this pot is heavy. This pan is extremely heavy. Thank you for opening those. You see? There you go. That's what that looks like. So now I'm about to pour the beans and the tomatoes in. And it's Lux Pinto beans, but it could be any kind of bean you want it to be. But Lux is a very good bean. The next best thing, these are my tomatoes that I'm pouring in. And they're just old Walmart beans. Old faithful Walmart. And I strain a little bit of the, let me see, can I move you over here? I strain a little bit of the juice off of the beans. Let's see if you see it. So you see? And now I'm pouring a can of beans in here. Yes, you can see it. You see? Now, if it's moving around now, it's me because I'm holding the tripod so you can see inside in the pan. So I'm using 3 cans of beans, 1 can of tomatoes. See that? You know, it's cold here in eastern North Carolina. It's cold today, so it's usually not a better meal you can have besides either some type of bean, hot beans, whatever your favorite bean. Pinto beans are my favorite bean. Chili is delicious and the perfect meal for uh, chilly weather. It felt like it was summer about a week ago. So there's some more. That's the 3rd can. Hoping you can see it. But I'm the one moving it around now, okay? So it's one thing that I noticed is missing, and that is a little bit, I need a little bit more um, tomato sauce. That's what I need. And then I'll end the video. I tried, and go to the channel, to Gigi's Threefold Harvest. Go to the channel and look at some of the other videos. Actually, this is the first video in about a month, at least a month, that I've put on here. So, but you can go back and look at some more videos. I'm going to be making banana pudding. These bananas were actually completely green. But you know, if you know how to make a banana pudding, you know you're supposed to, well, the riper the banana is, the better it tastes. And this will be a homemade banana pudding, not an instant banana pudding. And I may video that later on today so I can go ahead and use up these bananas because they're okay. They still have a little green in them, and I don't usually like any green in them. But I'll probably make that before the day is over. Well, no later than tomorrow. Because I got some Krispy Kreme donuts I got to eat up. So, this is some tomato sauce. Seems to be what's missing in the chili. Should have already had it out, but it's frozen. So I'm going to thaw it out and pour that in there, and the chili beans will be ready. Okay. So chili beans are pretty easy to make, you know, especially if you don't have to cook those dried beans. If I'm going to eat dried pinto beans, I'd rather cook them homemade. You know, that's when I'm not going to make chili out of them. Just eat the bean itself with some biscuits. So yeah, this looks delicious already. And I'll be putting a little bit more of this chili taco seasoning. Taco seasoning and chili mix tastes pretty much the same. Yeah, I'm doing fine, Xavier. How are you? Good to see you guys again. Yeah, I took a break. I haven't been posting anything recently. Thank you, Base Bell. I put a little bit more of this chili on taco seasoning. It's just like chili mix, same thing. And then depending on whether you like it hot or mild, this actually say will reduce sodium, so there's not a lot of salt in that, which is good. It doesn't say whether it's hot or mild, but you can make the chili beans as hot as you want them. You can actually use, once you serve up a little bit, you can use hot sauce. Put some hot sauce on it. Or you can put red pepper. As a matter of fact, that's what I normally do. That's something else I left out. Put a little bit of red pepper. See that red pepper? Any type of red pepper. This is crushed red pepper. And this is only if you want it, if you like your chili beans hot. And I do like them hot, but I'm not going to overdo it. And the other ingredient that I haven't put in yet, and it's usually last, is just a little bit. You don't want the beans to be sweet now. You put maybe a tablespoon of sugar, a large tablespoon, because I don't want them to be sweet. But the sugar helps even out the salt. And then I like to eat crackers, like saltine crackers with mine. Let you see. You see? See how good that look? It's pretty much ready. Just let it simmer. Normally, I would have my green peppers a little bit doner. Yes, you can see it. That's pretty much. Turn it down and let it simmer. Everything is pretty much done. Let it just sit and simmer in this pan a little bit. I usually would transfer all the ingredients from the frying pan to a pot, but being that this is a really big frying pan here, I just thought I'd keep the meal contained to one dish. Plus, it's easier. So, and this is a little excessive tomato sauce that I had when I cooked something the other day. It's just tomato sauce. I cooked something the other day and it was just too much tomato sauce. And I stuck this in the freezer, so that's it. So for your if you need to know everything that I use, you can just put it in the comments after the live goes off. You can put it in there now if you want, but once YouTube review the video, your comments are going to disappear. So if you can remember to just come back and put the comment on there, and the video probably won't reappear until about 3 o'clock. Crazy, but once the live goes off, it will be probably about 3 o'clock before the video is available again. So meanwhile, I'll go ahead and mention what I put in here again. I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. I use 3 cans, depending on how many you're going to make. You're not going to make a lot. Use your ingredients. Use your ingredients based on how many people are going to eat it or how much you want to make. So I use 3 cans of Lux. pinto beans. I use 1 can of tomatoes. They're diced tomatoes, but you can use any kind of tomatoes. And I used the the taco seasoning or chili seasoning. Either one will work out fine. A tablespoon, depending on how sweet you like your chili. A tablespoon of sugar, salt, pepper, a little garlic salt, and be careful with the salt, especially if you're going to use a packet like this that already has salt in it. If you're going to use like a seasoning packet, just be careful with it. Of course, you brown your ground beef. Sausage, I started to put sausage in it, but I want that sausage for breakfast tomorrow, so I didn't use the sausage. I just used the ground beef, mashed it up with my little meat masher that I bought today, and it works fine, works really good. Just from the dollar store, $1.25. So break your meat up, let it brown. Once your beef browns, you go ahead and if you notice, I already had my onion and my green pepper already cut up. And I poured, you can dice it, but you notice I left mine pretty chunky looking. So if you want yours diced, you can dice it. So depending on how you want it. But this is a delicious looking dish. And that's really it. Once you strain, make sure you strain that grease out of your beef once it gets done. Strain that grease out of it. And like I said, you can eat bread with it. You don't have to have bread with it. And once this is done, well, it's already done. When you serve it up, you can grate cheese over top of it. You can eat it without cheese. You got some cheese. What did you get this cheese to make macaroni and cheese? Okay, well, my husband makes some macaroni and cheese. Look at all this cheese. If he'll let me video him making it, I will. But he makes really good macaroni and cheese. Mac and cheese, so we'll do that next. And this cheese here is really for, you don't have to have cheese on it. If you don't want cheese on it. You see how delicious that looks? This cheese here is starting to mold. This cheese that we got to make the what you call it, girl? The cheese biscuits. It's starting to mold. It's been in here a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cut off the mold through it. I don't know how this is gonna taste on top of the chili beans, but it'll be all right. So you see this? It was a little mold on here. This is that old-fashioned hoop cheese. But the best type of cheese to grate over top of your chili is the sharp. What you call that cheese? I'm pushing you guys down now to see if you can get level with the pan. Cheddar cheese, extra sharp or sharp. That's the best kind to put on your chili. So I'm moving it around so you can see me grate the cheese on top of here. You see how delicious that looks? Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So I'm just letting you look at the pan because I'm about to end the video. You see this? That's your chili. You see that chili? Look at that. Look at that. Can you imagine having this if it's cold where you are? Again, I'm in eastern North Carolina, about an hour east of Raleigh, North Carolina. You may not have heard of Goldsboro or Rocky Mount, but I'm an hour away from the state's North Carolina's capital, which is Raleigh, North Carolina. And it's chilly here today, but the sun is beautiful. Okay, so again, you don't have to do this while it's in the pot. You can grate the cheese after you pull up a serving. You know, once you pull up a serving, you can grate the cheese and put it just over top of what you're eating. You don't have to put it in because everybody may not like the cheese. Okay, you see that? So it's a little easier for me to just come over this way and grate it in a plate. This is hoop cheese. I really don't know what a hoop cheese is going to taste like on here. Just stick with the cheddar cheese when you're going to use cheese as a topping. You see? You're able to see. So I'm just putting some in a circle here, and I'm about to end the video. But thank you guys so much for coming on. I'm going to take a screenshot so I can put this on use it as a thumbnail. Right now, you just see my picture as a thumbnail. Again, once I close it, you won't be able to pull it back up until about 3 o'clock. Okay? So meanwhile, I appreciate you guys for coming on. I'm going to take a screenshot now. So I'm going to take it out of this tripod. Screenshot the dish. Oh, Lord. I made it smaller. Okay. So get off there. Turn this around. Okay. Look, so you can get a good shot. You see that? You know, you don't, like I said, you don't have to put cheese on here. You don't have to put cheese on here until you serve it up. You know, if they want cheese on it. Look at that. That look delicious, doesn't it? Yes. Thank you, Mia. Okay, look at that. So I'm about to close the video. I've been up here 33 minutes. And look at that. This is good old-fashioned homemade chili beans. Even though I use those Lux beans, look at that. Okay. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. And thank you again for watching.